Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And today I wanted to take a close look at the Bitcoin price chart and the XRP price chart because something is going to happen within the next few hours that we haven't seen occur since early 2019. Now, I don't use moving averages a whole lot, but I do, they're in my arsenal, right? I really love to use Fibonacci's, percentages, drawdowns, relative strength index, stock RSI, MACD, and occasionally I do pull out the moving averages, but I don't use them a whole lot. But one thing that I do know is that the last time that the 50-day moving average crossed over the 100-day moving average was the indicator of the start of this big move. In the next few hours, we are going to see the exact same thing occur, and it has not occurred since back here all the way in March of last year, nearly 11 months ago. So I want to show you that we are almost there. And when this candle closes, and from the time of recording this video, it will close in about 2 hours. This will cross over the 100-day, and we could be on our way to another leg up. Now, when we look over at XRP, we can see that, well, it still has a little ways to go, but it is combating with the 200-day moving average right now. Will it get through now, or will it need to consolidate a little bit longer? That's kind of what's going on, and that's one of the other reasons why I say, hey, we probably need to consolidate a little bit longer. It sure would make sense to be bouncing up around inside of this while this is getting all tight, and then we just explode out of it. So, that's all theoretical. You can't prove that until it happens, right? But you could see how we do have some reactions on these lines. It's occasional. You can see this is kind of the zones. I don't, that's why I don't really use these all too often, especially not on XRP. Good luck finding anywhere that this is like really a reliable use of an indicator on the XRP chart with the moving averages. But with Bitcoin, we could see that it actually did respect the weekly moving averages in regards to finding the bottom of this bear market and finding the bottom of this bear market on the 200-week moving average. And obviously, we are up above all of these moving averages right now. And then over on the daily chart, we are getting ready for the cross of the 50 over the 100. And that has not occurred since back in March of 2019. So exciting times ahead within the coming day. Does it mean that something will happen right away? No, it doesn't. You can look back here and see that it did not do anything that day with the price. However, shortly thereafter, within 2 weeks, we really started taking off dramatically. So keep an eye on it, especially with that Bitcoin block having only 98 days away. Let's see how long this took, right? So once this crossed, how many days was it? Look at that. About 104 days. That's only 6 days longer than till the block halving. Now, the interesting thing about all of this is, well, what if it doesn't really just like take off at all? What if it finally just has enough support to really kind of consolidate and remain flat? If Bitcoin just kind of hangs out in that 9,500 or 10,000 zone for quite a while. Well, if you weren't around in 2017, the altcoins were able to really take off when Bitcoin was bullish, but also in consolidation or in bullish consolidation. So if Bitcoin was running flat, that was when the altcoins would take off. If Bitcoin was moving up fast, the altcoins would suffer. If Bitcoin was moving down fast, like it did in the bear market, the altcoins would suffer. So the best thing for the altcoins in relation to taking over dominance of the market is when Bitcoin is running flat or in bullish consolidation. So hovering above all these moving average, is this going to be the bullish consolidation that we're looking for with this market? Talked about it several times with this Bitcoin dominance right here. Look at it. It looks ready to go. The supports have been broken. It is ready to rock. So look at this. It is below. It is in a down move and moving quickly. So we're going to have this daily close here in just the next few hours. Most people who watch this video, the close will have already happened. But when you watch this, we will likely have already had the bullish crossover of the 50-day and the 100-day. And this Bitcoin dominance, it's taken a dive. And that's good for altcoins. One thing that's always been perplexing about this market has been that Bitcoin actually did do a retrace, right? It retraced all the way to above the 0.618 Fibonacci level, about halfway between the 618 and 702. However, altcoins haven't done that yet. You can see the altcoin market, it's only retraced to just this 236. So it is yet to go all the way up to right here, which is over 3 times the amount of the current, market cap of altcoins right now if it was just to do what Bitcoin has already done. Obviously, we're hoping for more, we're expecting more, but for it to just catch up with Bitcoin and get on the same pace as Bitcoin, that's how high it would need to go, up about 250 to 300%. For example, on XRP, if we came in here and laid down the same Fibonacci's, if we were going to do the exact same retrace that Bitcoin has done, or at least get to a point where we're catching up with Bitcoin, look at this. We haven't even come up here to this 236 yet from the bottom. We'd have to get all the way up here to a little bit over $2.10 just to be on the same pace as Bitcoin. So these altcoins are suppressed. That dominance is very, very high right now, and it's ready to fall on over. And it's time for these altcoins to do a little bit of catching up or surpassing of Bitcoin. And like I keep saying, I really think that they're actually going to pass Bitcoin. Now, it'll be a different story once this actually does come out and bottom. Like I mentioned, I do expect that Bitcoin would actually take it all back again. So we just kind of have to play this game of back and forth and back and forth. But one thing to notice that with this time when it retraced this whole market, Bitcoin was losing value all this time. So it'll be interesting to know whether or not do you actually get into Bitcoin right here, or do you actually get into the US dollar? So we'll kind of figure that out when the time comes and kind of analyze at that time. But for right now, it's not something we really need to be worrying about. Right now, the main focus is going to be looking at the US dollars. That's the main priority right now. So, hey guys, I know that this video is coming out way later than I usually release stuff. I did release something earlier this morning, but I don't usually release anything this late in the day. However, I noticed that we're about to have this dramatic moment occur when these moving averages do cross. It's not that anything really in particular has to happen right when that occurs, but it's a milestone. It's a big cross. You're going to hear about it a lot over the next few days, especially on Twitter, YouTube, news, everywhere. Bitcoin has its 50-day crossover, its 100-day. So I hope that before you start reading all those headlines, you kind of get a really good understanding of what that means and what that is, and that this is what we're looking for right here. This price would have to pretty much tank from 9,300 to below to into the low 7,000s in order to avoid that cross from happening. Otherwise, we're going to be getting it tomorrow. So when we look back at that Bitcoin dominance and we see that once that support down here got broken, things started moving really fast every single day for quite a while until it really kind of struggled, and then it broke down a whole lot more. But we seem to be in that exact moment right now. Let me kind of clear all this stuff off. This was right when it broke down. The next day, it was just another big move down again. And here we are. This is it breaking down. And tomorrow, probably going to get something similar to that. So I find it a little bit ironic, or not so ironic, that we have this kind of breakdown occurring in the Bitcoin dominance, and at the same time on the daily time frame, we're noticing that the moving averages are crossing over bullishly. So in general, for the whole market, this is good. This is positive. Whether or not you want the altcoins to follow Bitcoin, or for it to all be in unison, well, this is just a whole market. And this is how like stock markets work too, right? Either the whole market is bullish or the whole market is bearish. And we're kind of in that same kind of boat. Either the crypto market is bullish or the crypto market is bearish. And right now we're seeing on the big boy, Bitcoin, we're seeing that it's bullish. We're seeing that we're moving averages are crossing bullishly, and we're seeing that this dominance is getting ready to fall, and that's great for altcoins. So man, it's just another one of those things that's got me really excited, and the coming week will be one to watch. So we'll close it out with XRP on the screen. I know a lot of people are missing me being super, super excited and bullish like I was way down here. But, we kind of anticipated consolidation, so we're just waiting for it to play out. And I know it's boring. But, I was really excited down here because I was buying. I was so excited. I could see what was happening. I was buying as much as I possibly could. Now we're waiting. And, I've always shot it straight with you guys, whether or not I'm like, hey, this thing's going to turn around. This thing's going to turn around. It's going to turn bullish. It's going to turn bullish. Or if I think, I think we're going to run flat for 4 or 5 weeks. I just tell you how it is, whether or not that, people want to watch because they're looking for someone to tell them we're going to 589 today or tomorrow or or whatever. What was the most recent one that had all the attention? $2,000 by January 31st or something crazy. But, I just tell it straight how it is. And right now we're in one of those moments of, I think we're just running flat for a little while. So I know that's like not super exciting. And it's like, come on, blockchain backer, give us the hype, give us the FOMO. But you know what? I mean, it'll come. I can tell you that. There will be, don't worry. I will be back with, oh, it's happening. But you know what? When it's happening, that's when I'll do it. Otherwise, we're just gonna kind of wait for this one to play out, and it just kind of goes flat. But I'll tell you this: I certainly the bottom's in, no question. So yeah, we're just waiting. I do have some money sitting on the sideline that I would be willing to put into this market. However, I want to wait just a second. And if that buy opportunity never comes, so be it. And will anybody really regret if they are buying right now at 25 cents? Like, really? I mean, we're expecting significantly higher, $13, $26, $55. I don't think anybody would really, in the long term, regret 25 cents. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but you know what I mean. Like, come on, it's 25 cents. But yeah, so that will wrap it up for this video. I appreciate you guys very much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell to get notified when I go live and when I release new content. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick me up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.